Hello everyone, I'm Maddie Barber. I'm the Special Projects Editor at TTG, and I'm joined today by Lisa Caterin, the International Sales Manager for Memphis Tourism. Hi Lisa.
Hi.
So today Lisa is going to be sharing a 20-minute training presentation with you, and it's going to cover everything you need to sell a holiday to Memphis. So she's going to be sharing how to get there via the city's main gateways and talking you through 3 sample itineraries. How your clients are going to choose between them, I just don't know. They sound fantastic. Lisa is also going to be sharing information about new hotels, upcoming events, and how you can improve your Memphis sales, whether that's downloading marketing collateral, taking the latest training, or joining a fam trip. But before we begin, I'd like to ask Lisa a couple of questions about the current situation in Memphis, given the coronavirus pandemic is still impacting tourism around the world. So Lisa, what are the vibes like in Memphis currently? Are people out and about? Are restaurants and entertainment venues open? What are the general vibes in Memphis at the moment?
With those vibes, let me just put emphasis on this. First of all, we really miss you all traveling to the United States as well as coming to the Deep South, including Memphis in your itinerary. Memphis is ready. With the vibes, Memphis is ready, and we are ready, and we are rebound. We rebound and ready to accept all travel. Soon as those travel bans are lifted, we got everything covered.
Great. Okay. So people are out and about and kind of getting life back to normal, or not quite there yet.
Yes, it is pretty much back to normal, but what's slightly just different when it comes down to the attractions, and let me give you an example of the attractions, such as Graceland. Now, they have made some changes. With those changes, they're pretty much online, and their times, their ticketed times. So if it's a small group, they only will allow 20 people in that small group to go over to the mansion. So that has definitely changed, as well as with the National Civil Rights Museum. Within Shelby County, just to give you updates about the CDC and also the Shelby County Health Department, we are pretty much total mask mandated, and also with the restaurants and also the bars, they are open. However, they will close at 12 midnight.
Mm-hmm.
There is some music played on Beale Street, which is our famous entertainment district. Also, along with that, everything is 6 feet or even 8 feet apart. So we are in the second tier, which is still good. However, we just really want to maintain our safety in the Shelby County area. So I am quite pleased to see what I see. I have a lot of travelers from a 300 and 600-mile radius that's close in proximity to still be able to enjoy our city. But I can't wait for our internationals to get to Memphis. So yes, we are definitely ready for you guys.
Great. And you say lots of people are wearing masks at the moment. It's mandatory in some places. I hear
Yes.
there's a chance to win some masks today for all our viewers.
Yes, absolutely. Just to put some emphasis on that, those that have registered ahead of time, they will definitely get some masks. We don't know how many, but that is the secret. That's definitely a secret. And the mask that we have, I can show that to you right here. We have the Memphis mask, just like our logo behind us. So it's pretty cool, and something that's from actually Memphis, Tennessee, home of the blues, soul, and also rock and roll, baby.
Great, thanks Lisa. So to all
Thank
those
you.
watching, this is a very fun presentation, so please do settle in. And yeah, over to you Lisa for your presentation.
All right. I'm going to amplify your experience of Memphis at a whole new level. I'm going to make sure that you feel the soul and sound of vibrant and sizzling lights that kisses the mighty Mississippi River, which is called the Mighty Lights. You're going to roll that music track back and follow the footsteps where legends live, perform, and marched on the streets of Memphis that only you can experience history of that time. Like the mighty Mississippi River, Memphis rolls on. Through the years, it carved a well-worn groove into the world, a siren song etched in vinyl, crackling with life, real and raw. It's been heard by many, but embraced by those who walk that fertile ground. It's not just the soil beneath your feet, but the soul within the city, and that is Memphis, home of the blues, soul, and rock and roll. What we're gonna start out with, we're gonna make sure that we entertain you with a 3-day itinerary that you're gonna absolutely love. Check this out.
Look, 16 with money and big dreams. Junkies on a bus plus Uber is not a thing. I'm in the south in my whip all clean. Champagne, poppy got a lack is all cream. I turn the key in my on E. Baby girl smile, it go from the back seat. Well, you can walk if it's entertaining. And then she backtracks, starts to explain me. Then she dip.
Yo, whip for this. I used to ride around with my crew. Not to say my crew, just the dudes I'm with. Pull up off the lot with my tags legit. Studio Sunday, work on Monday, flex on Tuesday, Wednesday's free. Work on Thursday, Friday's my day to hit the highways and ride with me. That's F you free.
22, my whip is on a boot. Sugar all in the tank from women I should have knew. Stupid broke, no lawyer, so I can sue. Mobbing out through the streets like skip to my loot. Think I'm lying when here's proof. I used to give rides to dudes in their crew. And when I'm down and out, nobody to pursue. The phone doesn't ring unless it's my booth. If you do. I know what the name of that. Where's your man? Look.
Yo, whip who this? I used to ride around with my crew. Not to say my crew, just the dudes I'm with. Pull up off the lot with my tags legit. Studio Sunday, work on Monday, flex on Tuesday, Wednesday's free. Work on Thursday, Friday's my day to hit the highways and ride with me. That's F you free. That's F you free. Yo, whip who this? I used to ride around with my crew. Not to say my crew, just the dudes I'm with. Pull up off the lot with my tags legit. Studio Sunday, work on Monday, flex on Tuesday, Wednesday's free. Work on Thursday, Friday's my day to hit the highways and ride with me. That's F you free.
And that is Memphis. We're going to go ahead and get started with the major gateways to Memphis. How do you get to Memphis? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can get to Memphis. You can definitely get to Memphis, especially on British Airways flight, which is a 9-hour flight, only 3 hours from Memphis in driving as well. So you definitely want to take advantage of the fly and drive programs. That will be absolutely awesome. And it is beautiful going across Nashville, Tennessee. Chicago, Illinois, only 8 hours driving to Memphis and 2 hour in flight. Also, you have Atlanta, Georgia, which is only 6 hours driving from Memphis, less than an hour and a half in flight. As well as New York, New York, 2 hours and 40 minutes in flight to Memphis, over 10 nearby airports to fly into. As well as New Orleans. And again, British Airways do fly in and also fly out. But if you're planning that itinerary, it's nothing but open space, baby. 6 hours drive to Memphis, 4 hours in flight, 8.5 hours by train. Yes, we have rail, river, road, and runway, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. When it comes down to Amtrak, we got it, especially coming from Chicago, St. Louis, also down into Memphis, down into New Orleans. When you're cruising on down the mighty Mississippi River, we got to talk about what's new in Memphis. We have the brand new Viking River cruise that definitely cruised down to Memphis. We have several cruises going down into New Orleans, 8 to 15 days in length. It is voted #1 cruise. Lots of time for onboard and offshore activities. Also, we have the American Queen, and also we have the American Steamboat Company that you definitely want to take advantage of. And also American Cruise Line. American Cruise Line have several cruises in Memphis as well. Then when we talk about the 3-day itinerary, we covered a lot of that on the video that we have, but we can theme it for you. On day 1, you got turn up the volume. You know, when I say turn up the volume, you can go to a one-of-a-kind restaurant that is called the Arcade Restaurant, which is located right down in the South Main District. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is a place where Elvis typically dined. And then when the fans will come in, you know, from that front door, he always had a back door at the very back where you see Arcade Restaurant that's located in green and also in the orange neon. That's where he escaped on the side. Along with that, you definitely want to take advantage of the Memphis Rock and Soul Museum. You can hear the complete Memphis music story at the Smithsonian Institute where it's curated. You can learn about how music actually started. It started from hymns to gospel to rock and roll that drifted into soul music. Also, you have Sun Studio. This takes approximately about 1 hour. You can take a guided tour through the tiny studio where you will experience outtakes from recording sessions and touch Elvis' first microphone. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? And this is an original landmark. And right across the street, you definitely can go to Edge Motor Museum that showcases the American post-war to 74s. It's only like a 2-minute walk from Sun Studio. So if you want to theme that 50 style, this is the itinerary you definitely want to go to. And then of course, Graceland. Welcome to the home of Graceland Elvis Presley. See how rock and roll legend live and relax with the family and friends. So we're gonna go ahead and start the video about Elvis and the history.
Rock and roll's greatest landmark is now the ultimate travel destination. Welcome to Elvis Presley's Graceland. Come visit us in Memphis, Tennessee, as we celebrate the biggest expansion in Graceland history and honor the greatest entertainer of all time. Tour the legendary mansion and explore the personal and family side of Elvis with our state-of-the-art iPad tour. Explore Elvis's living room, dining room, kitchen, TV room, the famous Jungle Room, racquetball building, and so much more. Then visit Elvis Presley's Memphis, our new extraordinary entertainment and exhibit complex, bringing you closer than ever before to Elvis's wardrobe, including his stunning jumpsuits, Elvis's automobiles, his gold records, and movie memorabilia, all from the Graceland Archives, the largest entertainment complex of its kind. Elvis Presley's Memphis enables you to follow the path that Elvis took, surround yourself with the things that he loved, and experience the sights and sounds of the city that inspired him. Now you can fully immerse yourself in Elvis's life and career like never before, his roots, his influences, and his artistry. Elvis Presley's Memphis features new exhibits and attractions, including Elvis the Entertainer, the most comprehensive Elvis museum in the world. Presley Motors and Presley Cycles, featuring over 20 of Elvis's automobiles and motorized vehicles, including his legendary pink Cadillac. Icons, the influence of Elvis Presley, displaying wardrobe and artifacts from 25 top music artists. And Private Presley, showcasing Elvis's service in the U.S. Army. Step aboard Elvis's 2 custom airplanes, the Lisa Marie and the Hound Dog 2, and see how the King of Rock and Roll traveled in style. Plus, enjoy family entertainment. Have a meal at 2 great themed restaurants, Gladys's Diner for classic American cuisine, and Vernon's Smokehouse for the best barbecue in Memphis. And shop for Elvis gifts and collectibles in our specialty gift shops, offering the most extensive collection of Elvis merchandise in the world. No visit is complete without a stay at our new luxury 4-star resort hotel, the Guest House at Graceland, just steps away from the gates of Graceland. The Guest House at Graceland is inspired by the same warm Southern hospitality that Elvis Presley always showed his guests. Every aspect of our new hotel reflects Elvis's personal style and the unique character of Graceland. Enjoy the royal treatment and world-class amenities that would make the king of rock and roll proud. It's the perfect place to stay when enjoying Graceland and everything that Memphis has to offer. If you've never been to Graceland, this is the perfect time to plan your visit. If you've already been here, you've never seen Graceland like this, so it's time to plan your return. Come visit rock and roll's greatest landmark as we celebrate the life and legacy of Elvis Presley. Visit Graceland.com for more information.
And that is one of a kind, Graceland. And then once you leave Graceland, you definitely can have dinner downtown on Beale Street with celebrity chef buzzing outdoor space and breweries and distilleries, serving food truck fairs and more. You'll find diverse dining options in the downtown location. One in particular is Gus's Fried Chicken. Yes, people from all over the world know about Gus's. Look at that fried chicken. Look at that, those French fries and that macaroni and cheese. Baby, you better go to Gus's Fried Chicken. You definitely need to go there. When it comes down to day two, the history meets culture. When it comes down to the history, why not have a nice breakfast going to sunrise? And look at that chicken and biscuit on a bed of pickles. You got your Bloody Mary. You got your omelet right there on the side. It is wonderful for individuals as well as tour groups as well. Then you have the National Civil Rights Museum. National Civil Rights Museum takes approximately about 2 hours. In the historic Lorraine Motel, the site of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., this museum interprets 400 years of civil rights movement, so you definitely want to take advantage of that. That is a famous sign, actually, that was made in Memphis, Tennessee. I am a man, and that was for the sanitation workers that went on strike because they wanted equal pay. However, they didn't get that opportunity till later on after Dr. Martin Luther King's death on April 4th, 1968. Soul food and lunch, yeah, you can spend about 1 hour there at the four-way grill. Look at that chopped steak with smothered onions, and also you got fried cabbage. Have you ever had that? You better experience it in Memphis, Tennessee. It is absolutely phenomenal. They do have live entertainment on certain days. So make sure you go on the website and go to Four Way Grill and see what's happening there. And that's right around the corner from Stax Museum of American Soul Music. In Soulsville neighborhood, you can learn about, Memphis soul music, through 2,000 artifacts and pieces of memorabilia. This is where Isaac Hayes recorded, Sam and Dave, Booker T and the MGs, just to name a few. A lot of musicians came out of Stax Museum. I'm sure you all heard of Otis Redding as well, that famous song, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Well, this is Stax Museum of American Soul. You definitely want to put that on your itinerary. And then you have Slave Haven, the Berkeley State Home. This home is a former stop on the Underground Railroad. It reveals several secrets that's hidden for more than 100 years. And this is Slave Haven. As you can see, the home, they right up under where the steps is located, you can look out. That's where normally most of the slaves pretty much, maneuver their body in down into the basement area, and they used to stay there months at a time. Can you imagine if you had a small baby? How are you going to get that baby to not cry? Where they had to give the baby suffer so the baby can sleep, most of the time. So this is a jewel. You definitely don't want to leave this out of your itinerary. And when we talk about the off beating paths, this is something that you definitely want to take advantage of. You can learn about music. You can learn about you know, various arts and crafts and quilts. Everything that you need to know is located in Slave Haven. Also, you have barbecue for dinner with more than 100 barbecue restaurants citywide. You definitely need to follow your nose when it comes down to barbecue. You got Corky's, you got Rendezvous, you got the barbecue shop. Just to name a few. So you definitely want to take advantage and indulge yourself into barbecue. And then when we talk about the great outdoors, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a sample of the great outdoors.
Outside, I've been cooped up, bloodshot eyes, need a ride, we pick up, couldn't get it right, and you're sleeping on me now, woke up standing in the middle of the street somehow, we found feel like a rerun, everything that we've done, hurry up and all played out, you looking at me like I'm see-through, but I gotta see you, I should've learned by now, I should've learned by now, I should've learned by now, you're looking at me like I'm see-through, but I gotta see you, I should've learned by now, I should've learned by now, I should've learned by now, you can't look at me like I'm see-through, but I gotta see you, I should've learned by now.
And that is Memphis, the great outdoors. When we start with day 3, explore the great outdoors, you gotta have breakfast at the most famous Peabody Hotel. Oh yeah, you can have like a Sunday brunch, which is absolutely phenomenal. You can have a sweet tooth or you can have a health kick. And when you do that sweet tooth or health kick, you definitely wanna go to Big River Crossing. Yeah, you gotta walk them calories off, but when it comes down to the great outdoors, you can kiss the mighty Mississippi River by straggling across Arkansas as well as Tennessee. This is a walk pedestrian, a cycling pedestrian. Can you imagine looking at the deepest and the widest of the mighty Mississippi River? You gotta come. You definitely gotta come. And then when it comes down to Shelby Farms Park, I always tell people this is part of the beaten path, off the beaten path as well. This is 4,500 acres of outdoor wonderland, can outfit you for trails, rides by bike, horseback riding, zip lining, adventures, and more on site, definitely. So you definitely want to take advantage of the green line. I got a chance to do that and explore my own backyard. You know what? I am so blessed and happy to have something like this in Memphis. And I can really, really tell you, you definitely want to take advantage of the green line. Also, Shelby Forest State Park, it takes a total of about 2 hours. They have hiking trails through 13,000 acres of hilly forest, and you can rent paddle boats, enjoy the lake. And it's right on the cuff of the mighty Mississippi River as well. So Shelby Farms and Shelby Forest Park, you definitely want to take advantage of that. And you have the Mighty Lights. I talked about the Mighty Lights earlier. The mighty Mississippi River kisses the river, which is called the Mighty Lights. It is a 15-minute light show, and that is nightly. Typically, that starts at 7 p.m. and ends at 11 p.m. You get a chance to watch a 15-minute show where the Big River Crossing and also the Hernando de Soto Bridge, they duel against each other. The perfect place is on Beale Street Landing to see both of the bridges, also from various rooftops from various hotels. So that is the Mighty Lights. And then you can have dinner at Overton Square. This entertainment district packs a variety of restaurants to please your whole group and individuals, plus theaters, shops, live music venues. And that is not the only neighborhood entertainment district we have. We have Cooper and Young, we have Broad Avenue, we have Highland Strip, we have South Main, and also the Pinch District. And then new that's coming up is called The Walk, which is located right on Union Avenue. So it's going to be several new hotels that's going to be in that area. So this is part of Overton Square, where you see various breweries that's located there. And again, resource tools, I can always send you my profile sheet. We can download that for you all to have that. If you have any questions, you can just refer straight to the Experience Memphis, and all the information is located right there. Also, along with that, if you need high-res photos to upload on your website, make sure you go to Barber Stock. So make sure you write that down. It's through Simple View. So you can upload videos and also high-resolution photos from there. And FAM tours. Yes, I welcome FAM tours in Memphis, Tennessee. We can help you get travel agent rates and also complimentary tickets at some of the attractions, and also discounts. So yes, I welcome that. And then also further resources if you need it, travel agent and tour operator training on site and also online. I am available. Just reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to answer any question that you need, or even do any kind of recording that you need for your employees. And also, we'll be coming with you shortly for you the chance to win a Memphis pack from Memphis Tourism as well. And these are the questions. All right, I am Lisa Catron. Been here all my life. I know everything about Memphis. I'm the International Sales Manager for Memphis Tourism. And I just want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Wow, Lisa, that has to be one of the most lively Asian training presentations I think I've seen. It's brilliant. I have been to Memphis myself, but that was a long time ago now. So I think you just convinced me that it's time to book a second trip.
Well, all right. That's what it's all about. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
Brilliant. And I just wanted to add to what you said there, Lisa, for those watching, that the competition that Lisa mentioned is now live on TTG's website. So you can visit ttgmedia.com/competitions for the chance to win that Memphis pack. There's also a list on there detailing all the goodies inside, so you can see what you're in the running to win on that webpage as well. So Lisa, you've covered some of the main attractions in Memphis that agents can add to a client's itinerary during a presentation. But before we wrap up this webinar, I'd like to ask one more question about off the beaten track experiences. Are you maybe able to outline a few that might be suited to repeat visitors who have already ticked off the guidebook highlights and seen and done the majority of activities in your 3 sample itineraries?
Absolutely, Madeline, and thank you so much for asking that question. I really highly recommend in Memphis, as far as the culture and also the history, why don't you add, a little gospel music and by visiting some of our churches, that way you can get that real lively feel of, how music actually started from the hymns to gospel to rock and roll that drifted into soul music. And I can go ahead and I'll send all that information to you of what churches you definitely want to visit. And that is off the beaten path, as well as Slave Haven. Now, I did mention Slave Haven earlier. That is in the actual training webinar. But Slave Haven is a jewel. People from all over the world must take advantage of this absolutely phenomenal, extraordinary museum. It gives you, the history of music. It gives you the history of life itself, the quilts, and more of an understanding, what has actually happened during that time and that era. Also, I recommend the breweries. The breweries are phenomenal. So we got to talk about 7, close to 8 breweries. So you can do a really cool, biking brewery, or you can do a ghost tour with breweries. Those are some of the things that's off the beaten path. But what's so popular right today, because everybody loves open space. When it comes down to open space, I did discuss this as well. Shelby Farms Park. I got a chance to take a wonderful bike ride on the Green Line and, discover my own backyard. On that Green Line, when I say backyard, you all may say the garden, but when I say the backyard, it's like seeing the rivers, seeing the creeks, seeing the lakes. You can go horseback riding. You can go paddle boarding. You can do zip line. This park is larger than Central Park itself. You got to take advantage. Got to. So that's what I really highly recommend that's off the beaten path.
Lovely. Well, I know breweries will certainly appeal to the British market.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a drink with you. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I will.
Lovely. So thanks very much for sharing your training presentation, Lisa. And I hope everyone watching that you've learned something new about Memphis and feel inspired and confident to recommend it to your clients. Do keep an eye on teachgmedia.com for more training webinars and educational content. And thanks again for watching. Stay safe.